child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Check out this flashback.
Right.
To know that I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Drug use.
It's crazy.
So again, derived from the lyrics. Talk to me about the interpersonal conflict.
So let me say this, and I think that what I'm gonna do is probably challenge a lot of what we're dealing with topically.
Yeah.
Because to me, whether we're talking about material things, drug use, or anything else, it's where we teach our young people to place value.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not going to take the person that has been given the value system, like, and I know we're talking about young women, but I look at my son, I look at little Marvin, and one of the things, of all of the things that Marvin has decided that he would go venture into, one of the things that he's just completely stayed away from is drugs. Has no desire towards it, but I've never modeled anything about that being something. And when you look again, as we keep talking about the cultural aspects of things, we're talking about a culture and systems that creates a sense of attraction or makes this stuff attractive, you know, in its advertising and promotion, whether it's the material things, whether it's the drug use. But I believe that if you've put a firm value system in, and taught people taught your young people, your young ladies, what has value, and what literally doesn't have value, then, you know, even, I guess, kind of throwing them into the lion's den, whether it be sending them to Baltimore public schools, because everybody in Baltimore public schools ain't coming from your household, whether it be being out in the community or going to their cousin's house who live in the rougher neighborhood. You know, there can be the presence of that peer pressure, but we got to make sure that we balancing it out. So lyrics that are suggestive towards drug use is ridiculous right now.
Join us every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for Conflict Resolution with Daryl White, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening, Baltimore and the rest of the world. Welcome to Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James the Messenger Spires and my guest here, Monny.
Hey. Hi. They know me.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I'm so happy to be here, man. Thanksgiving was great. I participated with some great family out in Glen Burnie. My cousin Johnny, his wife Angie. I'm talking about the food. The food was so delicious, man. I snuck about a couple of plates out. It was like, what you forget this time? Another plate?
Another plate. I cooked.
Oh, did you? What you have?
Everything, and I just stayed in the house all by myself. It was fun. I watched movies and stuff. It was cool.
So how much you think you gained?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Just light food?
Because I've been on a mission for all of 2018 where my mission is portion control.
Okay.
And I've been doing it, and I've lost weight.
So you cooked a small portion of everything?
No, I made everything that I usually. No, actually, I did make a smaller portion of stuff because I usually go all out, but I wasn't inviting anybody over in particular this year. But I made everything as if I would have did for a regular Sunday.
Okay.
And it's like a lot left. That's why I brought you banana pudding today. So, so
I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely love banana pudding.
So I'm getting all of that kind of stuff out of the way. But I did very good. Portion control. I didn't stuff myself. I was in the house watching movies. Mimi came over last night, gave her banana pudding, sent her on her way.
How's Mimi doing?
She's good.
Good. Man, I haven't talked to her in a while. I want to try to get this thing to go live on my page so I can have all my Facebook fans and all that. But basically, I've had an excellent week, except for maybe the other day, and I had some major issues, and I hope that you're able to give me some great advice, as I'm sure you will. This is dealing with children, family. You know, I would consider this as being one of the worst nights of my entire life.
Children and family and worst night of your life.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
that's a lot to unpack.
Well, the other night I was on my way over to the Eastern Shore to see my brother, and on the way I finally had to go through the aunt who's taking care of my 14-year-old daughter, Melana. And, you know, the real subject, the problem of this is that, as you may know, I've been incarcerated before. So this is a good show or episode for the men who are dealing with children coming from incarceration for many years and broken hearts. And I'm telling you, I got the most beautiful, most beautifulest little girl, man. She is precious, smart. Everybody that knows me knows my daughter, man. She's just everything. I have two strong sons, 22, 17, and my daughter's 15. So finally, after 8 months, you know, I've been calling and texting, no answer. And I finally said, you know what, I'm going to go through the aunt, force her hand. So she calls me, and we're talking, and she's hurt. She's been hurt for a long time from me going away again. You know, I promised her last time that I wasn't going to go anywhere. Who would have knew a little girl would remember? You know what I mean? The promise.
Oh, no, we remember. We remember. We remember everything and every time you leave.
So
I say we because my father was the same.
Yeah.
Incarcerated all my youth. And we remember. We remember.
I mean, I definitely remember my childhood through the abuse and abandonment and all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I understand. But the issue is, that's my heart. That's my drive. My sons are my greatness and strength as well. And they're damaged through the incarceration. And our relationships are, my daughter told me, she said, she feels that I'm a distant uncle. Well, when she said that, of course, you know, I'm going to say, hey, little girl, one thing I want you to know, don't disrespect me. I'm still your father.
I believe you shouldn't have took it as disrespect. because it's a feeling. That's how she
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah.
There's a difference in being disrespectful. If she cursed at you and said, "You're like my uncle, mother," you know, there's a difference in that. But her saying that was for you to understand where she's coming from.
Oh, I felt it. But when she said that, I'm like, look, you know, I'm still your father. If you want to say it, say I'm a distant father if that's how you want to feel. But I'm not distant. I'm trying to get at you. I'm trying to see you. I've been texting and calling. You're not responding. You're not opening the door as of yet. And I know it's going to take time. It's been 2.5 years. There's many more years of damage done than the repair.
Right.
And someone told me the other day, it's probably going to take the same amount of time
to repair
it.
Exactly.
So more years to go. But I told her I'm on the challenge. I want to make amends. I can't take back what happened. I went on my own mission. I've learned a lot. You know, this was separate from you. I had to take my journey. And that's why I'm here today on the radio station, because I want to, you know, I took so many journeys and sacrifices through these roads that now I want to be able to show people that anything that you want to be done can be done. But when she said that, and I was like a distant uncle, like to me, I'm like, hold up, first of all, I'm still your father. I'm sorry to say that, and I'm sorry that I hurt you.
Right, but where she sees it is that you're a father in name only, which would be more like a distant uncle, as she put it. And you got to realize that you were not there, so you are the odd man out in this, where she has other people that have filled your spot.
Yeah. And
as somebody that's been through that, you can't come in with that strong hand as a parent because you weren't that parent all along. But you did the right thing. When you couldn't get in contact with her, you chose to go through the person that has been taking care of her. Which is, if I were you, I would have started there first, because she should have been able to soften the blow for her.
Well, I wanted to give her space, a little break, you know, but after 6 months, it started, you know, grinding in. I'm like, baby girl, I need to see you. I need to talk to you.
When you went through the aunt. When you went through the aunt, that should have been your first step in the first place.
But my method was to let her have her time and give her the chance to say, okay, let me call my dad after he texts me and stuff. I don't want to be like, make her do anything type of stuff, the forceful father. But
because that wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I just kept doing it, but now 8 months later, it's digging in. Her birthday's coming up on New Year's Eve. Mine's December the 25th. So it's just something that we always had that connection. I was in the hospital on the 25th when, you know, she was supposed to be having the baby. That was her due date, the same day as mine. But she held on until, you know, New Year's Eve, and I was there the whole entire time.
Oh, you're talking about her mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was helping. As my daughter was coming out, the little head was still popped, and the thing was holding her by the neck, you know, the lips. And so I was like playing in her hair. I know, right? But it's real stuff. That's what I was seeing. That was the vision. So I was playing in her hair and how soft her skull was, and I'm holding her leg up, and I'm, you know, and the doctor's like, move out the way. I cut the cord. I touched the sac, and I was the first person to hold my daughter. And ever since, I've just been so connected.
Right.
And I put a tattoo on my arm, a portrait of her. And
I get that. I can see it. I can see how you feel in the situation, but you still gotta be compassionate to how she's feeling. There's now, even though y'all was so connected there, you broke it.
Oh, I know. I broke her heart. I was the first guy to break her heart.
It wasn't just broken though. You severed it. It was severed.
Dig it in.
It's not even. It's not even a repair at this point. You gotta understand that. I'm talking from experience. It wasn't a repair. Now we gotta start scratch.
But see, let me ask you this. I don't know if you had the opportunity of somebody giving up, or did you have the opportunity of the person just wanting to get back in your life and stayed there and stuck with it and kept showing you that they love you and stayed there until that repaired? Or is it never going to be repaired? Am I just
No, it's never going to be repaired. That's what I said. It's going to be a start over. This is a start over, afresh. You got to start. You got to build a new relationship. Stop trying to fix that old one. The old one was severed. That was done.
Yeah.
When she told you that when she stopped answering or texting you back for 8 months.
Yeah. And she told me, she said, I I don't want to talk to you. I know that, this is going to hurt, but I'm done. So we're going to go on a short break. Thank you, Baltimore. Come back and finish this little topic up. It's something for me. Welcome to Be Exposed Radio, Urban and Suburban.
This is more like a counseling session.
With my good friend Monny. And this is James the Messenger Spires. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Be right back.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have, well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early into the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs. 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa! The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him.
You can't even see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone, to Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James the Messenger Spires and my co-host here, Monty.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back. Check us out. Be Exposed Radio. So many great shows, so many great co-hosts and hosts have their own shows, man. Definitely support Be Exposed Radio, and everybody participate. You know, you find something that cuts into everybody's chest, man, and you can really definitely get some great information from the different variety of shows that we have here. But so like we was talking about before we went on the break was dealing with some personal stuff with my daughter that cut me hard, and you know, I just got to give her time because I took time from her, you know, and it's my own fault, my own responsibility to try to.
Well, it's not just about time, because I would think, like I said, you need to use that aunt, the aunt that you said that she stays with, as a mediator. Yeah. You need to be able to open up the conversation. The conversation's not open yet because all you're doing is communicating with her by text. You need her, the aunt, to be the mediator to open the discussion, because you need to know how she feels since you've been gone, because things have changed. Oh yeah. And at first it was a sense that you were gone, you're not there, you're at air, you're here, and you're available.
See, I've already reached out and spoke with the aunt and the uncle.
Right, but now you need to sit down.
Well, no, we sat down. And right when I first came home, the first thing they decided to say was, just to let you know, she's been here for the last 10 years. She's not going anywhere. When she goes to college, that's when she's leaving this house. And in my mind was, I'm coming home to get my own place, get myself established enough where I save some money up, get my car situated, and you're coming with me. You know, this is the fight and the dream that I've been waiting for the whole time. Reality sets in, man, and that's just not the way it's going to go. Right. Because I can forcibly get her by going to court and showing that I've been so much of a great man since I've came home. And I've never hurt my daughter in physical, you know, only emotional due to the incarceration. Nothing that I did, you know, to say.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you honestly feel, you said she's 15 now?
Getting ready to be 15.
Okay. Do you honestly feel if you would have took her to court today that you would have won?
She was going to say no because she's old enough to say no.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right? And that's why I haven't went that route as well. But I'm not trying to force my daughter. Right. I don't want to force any human being.
First thought too is that you probably would have wanted to have visitation first.
I got that.
So you needed to build. No, not legal visitation. Visitation that she wants to see you.
Oh yeah. Right now she don't want to see me because I was like, can I get you stuff? Can't, you know, for your birthday, or can I come see you? And she's like, no, I know it hurts, Dad, but I just don't want to see you or hear from you no more, and hung up on me.
No parent wants to hear that their child has all the control, but in this instance, she does.
Yeah,
she does, in a sense not of authority, but in a sense of emotional attachment. She doesn't have that. My father wrote me every week for a year. After that year, it was like every other month. Then it was every 6 months.
How did you respond?
No, I would never have responded.
See, and now what do you want?
I was a child too, so it wasn't good penmanship. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When I was a child, he would write. My mother wrote me the letters. Okay. Then it started getting less and less and less till it was none. And then years went by where there was no presence of him in my life. Until one day, I'll just tell you this little story. And one day when I was probably 14, 15 years old, he got out and came directly to my house. And I was outside playing. I was nowhere else. Happy as a clam to see him, ran to him. But the disappointment was 3 months later he was back in.
Yeah,
and that's where it changed forever.
That's where I went wrong, because what she remembered was, Daddy, you promised me last time you was not going to leave me again.
Yep.
And that's what broke her heart. And at that time, I mean, she was young too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's when she said that, it broke my heart, man. And at the end of the day, I blame it on myself. And I say to myself something every day. I accept the things I cannot change.
Is that I would suggest not to play the blame game, because blaming yourself and blaming somebody else or blaming that person over there helps no one fix it.
Yeah.
Fixing it starts with, like I said, to sit down first and then continuously building a relationship. Even if it's saying, hi, I love you, I just wanted to say that, call me when you want to. Click.
We're going on break. Thank you. Urban and Suburban Perspectives here on Be Exposed Radio. Catch you back in about 15 seconds.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, you know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question, because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't
if you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James, the Messenger Spires, and my co-host Monty here.
Yep,
Good
I'm here.
friend. I just want to wrap up and touch up, man. The main thing is this. going to prison definitely will damage families and children and even yourself. I mean, you have to do a lot of soul searching, man. You definitely have to come out here, and I'm talking about, it is a madhouse already, let alone you have to try to start over with your children and come into their life and show them that you're trying to be the father that you know you are, or you can be. You know, one thing I've known, persistence wins over relationships in any course, you know, in friendship, adults, children, whatever. If you constantly take care of a kitten, this kitten will defend you. You know, when somebody came and tried to play with you or whatever, you notice that cat. But you have to constantly show this heart tender love in this child. And because they're already born to look up to you. You're like the biggest things in their life, your parents. You are like, they watch you more than they watch anybody else. Because you're the one who has to spend 24 hours, 7 days a week. You're the one that has to make sure the baby eats and the diaper gets changed. I mean, I remember times I was changing my daughter's diaper and I would, sorry, because I can't do the smells that well. So I masterminded the idea. Get in the shower with your boxers on and just spray her down like this. Hey, what? It worked.
No, I've seen that before.
Clean as a baby's bottom, I tell you. You do that, man, and you'll love them over. And then, you know, I used to lay there and just used to wash her little hair and stuff in the bathtub with the shampoo and all that, and her hair would curl up, you know. I was like, this little girl's too cute. She used to run in there and try to flip into the bathtub, and I knew she was just so smart when she figured out to take this big giant Barbie doll car, push it up to the door, open the door, get back off the car, push it out the way, open the door, and chase mommy down the steps. I was like, she just broke into a bank. Very intelligent. But I have to work on it, man. I'm working on getting myself. I can hear it in your
voice that you miss the relationship.
She's everything. Like, you know, I called her Panda Bear, and now I have Panda Bear Connections, my real estate business. You can check me out on Facebook. James Spires Panda Bear is my real estate page on Facebook, and Panda Bear Connection is actually the business page for the real estate. So my other Facebook is James Spires Redbeard. Spires, S-P-I-R-E-S.
What's the Redbeard?
Well, I'm Irish, so I used to be red. And then when I moved from Baltimore to the Eastern Shore, a long time ago, there was a pirate called Redbeard the Pirate. They used to take some first mates out the bars, pay them some money to swab the deck while they're going out, and come back, chop them up and throw them out. That's why they call it Bloody Point.
Sounds gross.
But there's another side that's called Love Point Park. So I mean, I don't know, I'm more down that side now with the white beard. But I mean, I really do miss the relationship. I really wish that things was different. I'm accepting the things I cannot change. I'm trying to change the things I can. And I'm definitely praying to ask for the wisdom to know the difference. And I stick to that because I can't force another person to feel how I want them to feel.
Right.
I can show them how I feel and hope and pray they perceive it.
Aldo, we can hear you.
And get it back. But, I mean, I definitely suggest don't go to prison.
Please, okay.
I'm just going to suggest that. But, unfortunately, this is like 2 days ago. So, after I got off the phone, I called my father. Foster father, Brian, lives on Eastern Shore. And, you know, he's about to turn 70. Thank God, you know, that he's still here. I'm still blessed to have my foster father, I consider him my real father. This man stood up in a courtroom when I was a juvenile and they was trying to keep me and Charles Hickey for having an altercation with a staff member that put their hands on me when I was in a group home. And when a social worker was like, he has nowhere else to go, he has to stay there. The judge was like, he didn't really do anything, so I don't feel that it's right for this young child to have to be incarcerated and not have nowhere to go. So if you don't find a place, he's going home with you. The crazy part was this man was he owned the project buildings I grew up in when I was smaller in Baltimore. So that's how I met him. My brother's dad, foster father, he was the maintenance man. So I used to help this man clean his grass and all that stuff. That's how I know him. It wasn't some weird guy just sitting in the audience waiting to take some young kid home. You know what I mean? I just wanted to clear that up because I didn't know that's the story went on. They were like, this guy's a creep. But just sitting in the courtroom asking for little kids. You know, like. But he was sitting there with my stepdad, and he stood up. He said, can I say something? And the judge was like, sure, what's going on? He said, look, I live on Kent Island, and you know, I don't have any children of my own, and I work for the Naval Academy. I'm all right, I can establish, got my own place and stuff. So the judge was like, all right, he's going home with you today. And social worker was like, well, we don't know. He was like, don't worry about that. You figure that out later. He's going with him today. And ever since, that's been, you know, my heart. I mean, that's my real father to me. You know, I haven't seen my real father since 3, except for maybe 2 times, one weekend and one summer and many, many moons ago. So I want to definitely express how much I love this man. You know, he's really have changed my life. Even though I went the rough route and I was already damaged prior to through the abuse, abandonment, group homes, and everything else, he gave me so much. He gave me the understanding that there are people out here who just naturally just love.
Right.
They'll sacrifice their life for someone else. And unfortunately today, everybody doesn't have the gratitude of that. They disrespect these people, you know, run out like I did and was hanging in the streets and doing what I was doing, getting in trouble multiple times, breaking this man's heart, you know. And now, you know, the same night when my daughter told me 2 nights ago this, I see a letter on the kitchen table that he had a prostate exam, and the prostate is swollen. So he has multiple family members like his sister and some other people who have died of cancer. And
so they haven't diagnosed the cancer yet. They just said that he had a swollen prostate.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that all works. I don't know if that's just they caught it at the beginning, or that's already saying you basically got it. I don't know. I got to research it. You know, I work at a hospital. I don't know how to do CPR. Just.
Well, CPR is not going to help. Well, in this case,
I hope not. I ain't trying to blow it. That would be nasty.
Because I'm wondering, you know, they may have did the examination and seen that his prostate was swollen, but haven't did the diagnosis, meaning a biopsy, or if they found a lesion or a nodule, or
okay. So they still got more tests to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They need to figure out the stage and whether or not it's treatable or not, or if it's going to be, or if it's terminal. Because if he caught it early enough, it just might be stage 1, or I don't know the numbers, but at a low level where it's treatable by radiation and or the removal or whatever. I don't know if you can remove a prostate.
But to me, let's put it like this: he's one of the only people that's in my heart that, you know, I feel when he goes, a lot of me's going to go. And it's going to be a fight to keep on going, but I have to be able to show him before he goes that everything that he has shown me and taught me, I've listened and I'm utilizing it.
And you're using it.
Like the radio show, the real estate, the nonprofit, you know, keeping a 40-hour-a-week job that don't even pay that much, but I'm steady growing. For example, I work as an EVS at the hospital. So I just went and applied for a security position.
In the hospital?
Yes, I had my second interview. It was a shadow the other day. I may be getting a job as a security guard. But I do want everybody to know, loud and clear, because the uniform, don't get it twisted, I'm not Baltimore City Police. I'm not any law enforcement agent whatsoever. I promote don't stab people, but if I see a stabbing, I'll maybe help you find the knife later with the flashlight. But I'm not stopping nothing. You know what I mean? $14 is, you know, I don't know if I want to sacrifice, you know. But I would sacrifice myself for the greater cause of another human being, for the right cause, you know.
Well, I don't know, securing a hospital would be, in your hospital in particular, would be getting, what do they do? Get the homeless off the? I mean, really. I will say this. Do they drive around?
Nah, it's a lot more. When I shadowed, man, we have 2 psych wards, another one for the elderly, and they're building one for juveniles. That's where the security is going to be needed. You know what I mean? For those.
Where are they going? I mean, juvenile psych.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're going crazy. They're going, you know what I mean, literally. But that's, you know, the way teenagers are today, you know, you don't know what you're going to be dealing with.
Right.
And like I work in some of the psych ward at the hospital that I'm at, and not everybody in there is totally going, you know, like legitly
I didn't even know Mercy had a juvenile psych.
Well,
I thought they sent them to Kennedy Krieger.
Well, thank God I work for the University of Maryland.
Oh, good. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't know if Mercy has one, but Lord have mercy.
Why did I think you worked at Mercy?
No, but for radio show fans, I do work at Mercy.
Well, you should have just stuck with it, man.
But definitely, man. I mean, that hurts my heart. You know, I mean, my daughter crushed it. My father is now. Yeah, it's just so much. It's so heavy, but I have to go on. The show must go on. I called you earlier today. My Tom, the People conductor Black, was unable to make it today. Hope the family feels better in their illness, Tom, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. But I mean, like that one night is just amazing to be able to hear your daughter say this and your father going through this and the possibilities all in one. So Thanksgiving was the next day.
It's a Suburban perspective, but the perspective word is what you have to now deal with. Like you gotta change your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely working on the changing of a lot of perspectives. For example, me taking a security job position is changing my perspective. I want to take it to add to my resume just to be able to show no matter where you come from, who you are, what you believe in, you can overcome all that and do whatever you want to do. This is why I'm doing so much. Like when I first met you, what did I say about the whole radio? I don't want to be a face. I don't really want to be broadcasted all over the place because I like doing my mission with people one-on-one. I'm a good ear, you know. Also, I would like to know if anybody would be interested in calling the radio station if you have any opinions or any questions or anything. The number is 410-702-5657. That is for dealing with children, you know, not being in a child's life. Somebody who is like myself, who was incarcerated and having issues with their children, you know, trying to reconnect. Maybe you have some good advice I can use. How to deal with a family member who is possibly going in the wrong direction with health. God forbid, but it's reality. And I don't know, man. I mean, this is just not easy, but it's just something I have to go through.
Right. That's true.
I mean, I thought I've been through the worst when I was beaten and abused, abandoned, you know, physically and mentally by my family in group homes, foster care, institutions, street life, you know. I mean, I guess that's not the worst. The worst is when your daughter don't love you no more and your dad may be passing away.
Say that.
I asked her, I said, do you love me? And she was like, no. I was like, get out of here. I almost cussed.
I mean, I can't speak for her because I don't know her, but I'm just saying, like, you can't take that literally in the sense that she said no. I know, I heard the static. Can I get a new mic? Sorry.
No problem.
I'm going to keep talking, though. You can't take that in the sense that she is saying, like, she doesn't love you. She doesn't know you. There's a difference. So her saying that she doesn't love you, you have to take it in the sense that she doesn't know who you are. You've been gone. That's why I say this isn't a repair to a relationship. This is a new relationship. I mean, I don't want to compare it to this, but it is in comparison. If you were dating someone in high school, y'all lost touch after high school, and you met this person. All right, let me get this out. And you met this person when you were in your 30s. That's a new relationship. That was that person back then. This is this person today.
Yeah.
And now you're attracted to this person for a whole new reason. You could compare that to that. This person has grown. You've been gone for years. This person has seen and experienced things that you have no witness to. But we gotta take a break. I'll continue when we come back.
Yes, thank you. Urban Suburban's Perspectives on Be Exposed Radio. We'll be right back.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, a sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're like one of the worst teams in the Major League Baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and they...
Hey, this is Mark, Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't work, and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually, it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Do you
like,
let?
You don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that. Okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something. Okay, but just on like a regular basis.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Baltimore and the rest of the world. Much love, giving out shout outs to everyone. I hope everybody had a safe and lovely holiday. I don't participate, but I do eat. My name is James, the Messenger of Spires, and my co-host here, Monny.
I've talked lately, weekdays. Every Tuesday at 7.
That's your show, right?
Yes.
So yes, definitely pay attention to that and look into that because this is the man. I'm honored actually to be sitting at the table with you. You know what I mean? I appreciate you to come on. Definitely. You know, I mean this is good stuff, man. I mean, this is talking about your personal life.
Right.
I don't know how easy that is for people to share, I guess, to a podcast of the world, you know, about something that maybe touched some of our hearts. We all, you know, not all of us, but whoever has children really know.
But again, you're experiencing something now that I actually did experience. So it's touching because now I'm embracing it and sharing with you my experience from the child's point of view as you are receiving from your child.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense.
And I mean, you know, like I said, I've been through a lot of damage when I was younger too, and I always use my own self-experience in this type of situation when I try to approach it. Like, my daughter mirrors me, man. I'm talking about she looks like me. She's way more beautiful than I am, but she acts like me. I'm talking about, except for maybe. Well, I'm older now, so there's a lot of concepts. I'm assuming when I was a kid, I had a lot of problems with expressing myself through the pain and the abuse. I just acted out, you know, with anger and said some stuff and tried some stuff and just thought I could run away from everything. And I didn't know how to deal with it, you know, as a child. As an adult, it's hard to deal with it, you know, to focus and keep yourself glued together through all this. And there's times that I sit down at night, you know, and I pray and, you know, I shed some tears, you know, like, you know, to vent and let, you know, these things out slowly, because I know if you know, like a balloon, if you just stick a knife through it, boom, blow up. Pops. And, you know, I slowly still have to vent out what's on the scars of the inside from my childhood, because I never really could express it because, like, I've always been around people, psychologists, you know, all these type of professionals. And
you did a lot of group therapy and stuff like that too?
A lot of group there, you know, because you're in an institution, group homes, everything's a group. They, you know, I mean, you talk about it, it's supposed to heal you.
Right.
I mean, I've lived it over and over and over so much. It's just now that I'm to the point of I educate myself through my religion or through, you know, what is bipolar? What is schizophrenic? The stuff that my mother had. I was diagnosed as bipolar. I'm the researcher type of guy, you know. I went to jail. I researched law. I want to get the hell home. You know what I mean? I want to know your words and how you got me jammed up in here with your words. Right. And I utilized it in you know, won on appeals. That's the type of person. I just like to experience and learn and educate. A lot of idle talk that I don't talk too much about is like stuff like sports. Right. I play sports, but I don't watch and talk and try to figure out people's stats. Now, I give a lot of respect to those who play sports. I just don't think you should get that much money. Let me be honest with you. But, I mean, but to each their own. That's their hustle. I'm not going to knock no one's hustle. Right. You know, I guess if I was a basketball star, I wouldn't be complaining right now, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Well, how much money do you think they should make?
I don't know. I make $12.85 an hour, man, and I keep
right, but you don't got millions of people watching you make it $12.85 an hour.
Not billions, but I'm saying I definitely have a whole hospital watching me make sure I clean everything because they're always saying something. You know, you need to get over there to that elevator.
But those are the people that are paying you.
Yeah, well, I'm getting paid. Okay, I think. Come on, Monty.
They're the bosses. The bosses should be watching you do your work.
Well, we're going on
break.
We
are the spectators.
Yes, yeah. I need
the
more
spectators don't pay you. The spectators pay them, and they pay you to keep performing the way you are.
Well, I need more followers. So tell your friends to watch in to Be Exposed Radio on Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James the Messenger Spires, my good friend here and co-host Monty for the night.
So I'm not used to being in this studio. My studio's next door. I can't wait to get back there Tuesday.
There, look, I seen that big presidential table you have in there.
It feels funny being in this room.
Well, please follow us again. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James the Messenger Spires and my co-host and good friend here, Monty.
Hey.
Hey. We're back. First hour, man. That was pretty exciting stuff. I feel like I need a hug now, you know. It's like
very informative.
So I do want to touch on a topic that also, brings, bad hardship. Now, you may know a little bit more than I do about the young girl who was she about 5 years old who was shot. She's, recovering, thank God. But she was shot, and was it a drive-by or something going on?
I know of. I don't know a lot about it. I do know it was like the little sister of the girl that was shot last year
and died this year. At 7 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same neighborhood. Must be same neighborhood. Particularly, I just think they need to do something about that neighborhood in particular. Not that crime all around isn't bad, but if this is the same neighborhood, the same like locale, and this type of thing keeps happening, then in the same family, that's the very sad and hurtful part of it all.
I definitely want to send out my condolences to the families and loved ones of the child, for both children or any other child that's out here suffering or had some major messed up accident or gang related or whatever the case may be. This is sad, man. I mean, this is terrible. Like, how can you sleep at night?
She passed away, right?
Who? The 5-year-old?
The 5-year-old.
I don't know. I heard she was doing good.
Okay, so she survived.
Yeah, I heard she survived.
No, I didn't know. I just wanted to know. Yeah.
But I did hear about her sister or something like that, whoever it was, did pass away.
Yeah, she passed.
I think she got shot in the back of a car when they were shooting at the car. I mean, protect your children. I mean, to start with, man, don't let these children at 5, 6, 7 years old just be in the wrong place for no reason.
The other part of this that, just pops in my head is like, are they targeted?
The parents or the children? I know it ain't the children.
Family, like the family itself, do they have a target on them?
Man, maybe. I mean, this is Baltimore.
Both kids get shot.
Now, to my understanding, I'm hearing different stuff. But I know that they were saying the 5-year-old walking down the street to the store or something of the sort in the neighborhood, and then they just got caught in a crossfire. Now, I don't know.
Something else that was going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know if it had anything to do with the parents or.
I don't know if either one of them did. I was just saying, but it's just weird coincidence that these two children in particular get shot.
I would probably I know my son got shot twice and stabbed once real bad, and I mean, I couldn't imagine like one of my children, especially at a younger age. My son was older, but it still wasn't right. I know if he would have passed away, I would have just lost it. I always had a saying, there's two things in this world I don't want to see: me not believing in God and my children dying before me. And that's something that I wouldn't know if I can deal with. Like, I would definitely be my own investigator and my own executioner. If somebody took my child out of this world, depending on the circumstances. Now, I can't just go around just blaming the whole world if you got a child that's in that lifestyle. If you know that they're just going to hang out and they're going to be rebellious and they carry guns and drugs and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's going to hurt my heart. I'm always going to probably complain and tell you, hey, look, you could do better than this. And something happens, then I can't really be mad at the world.
Yeah.
But I can be hurt, which I will be. But I wouldn't think I would go out and revenge. You just have to kind of take that. But if you're just an innocent little child that's not even in that lifestyle, that knows no better, be conscious of what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, be more conscious. Don't just go out, boom, boom, pang, pang, ping.
It's difficult.
So,
my thoughts and prayers go out to that family.
Yes. Stay strong. I pray that everything's well with her. you know, and get out of there. Because I remember there was a time I was walking down off of East Monument Street to the VOA in 2016. And there's a little boy, there's a firehouse down there off of East Monument Street on the right-hand side. I don't remember the name of the road. But when I was walking down, all these little kids was running around there, and they were screaming out name and blah, blah, blah. And I go around the corner, and there was a 15-year-old little boy laying there on his stomach. And when we turned him over, he was stabbed in his chest. And I was holding his chest, and we was trying to call the cops, and the fire department was coming out and everything. And come to find out, it was another 15-year-old boy who stabbed him in an argument in a fight of a bicycle. But what made it worse was the uncle is the one who said, you got to take this knife and go handle your business.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So both the little boy and the uncle got arrested. The boy did survive. He was going out. I was looking in his eyes, and his eyes start rolling in the back of his head. His breathing was just he was just trying to fight to breathe. I'm just like, man, this has got to be the worst.
Yeah,
but,
that sounds horrible.
And just thinking about all these little kids who was there that was seeing this, like, that's normal today.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, you got these kids walking down the street, and they got people standing around in the middle of the street like zombies, high on dope, heroin, the pills, or everything else. I seen a video on Facebook. This guy was on a ladder painting, and his boy that was holding the bottom of the ladder, both of them was high. The guy on the paint, he's holding on the ladder like this. Just drifted off, right? When they showed the guy down the bottom that was supposed to be holding the ladder, he's still got the whole ladder position, but he's over here by a tree. He's just sitting there like nodding all out. And they just stood there for about 15 minutes, and then the guy woke up and he started painting again. The other guy just kind of went this way and got stuck again. I was just like, I'm done. I'm like, leave that in the house if you're going to do that. I wouldn't suggest doing it on a ladder.
Right. There's so many high people out here. I was just looking at a video the other day where the lady was standing at the standing on the corner with one of those stop and slow signs.
Yeah.
When they're doing construction.
Oh yeah.
Like that. And she kept nodding off. That was hilarious.
Man, there's so much stuff going on out here. Well, I think you could do whatever you want to do. So here's what we're going to do. If you want to call in, please call us at 410-702-5657. If there's something you would like to talk about, or, you know, speak upon on something that we already spoke about, please feel free. We definitely would love to hear. And this is what, my third show? Fourth show? Third.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this month, yeah.
And I never had one phone call yet. I'm going to pay somebody to call me one day. just call in and say, hey man, you know, pretend I'm your best friend, and there's so much you want to ask me and talk to me about. You know what I mean? But did you do anything for Black Friday?
I did nothing for Black Friday. I usually don't. I did something. Last time I did something for Black Friday was probably 2004 or 5, and I bought like 4 TVs. Those were actually my first flat screen televisions, and that was it. I didn't, because I get bargains every day, all day. So
well, I know where I need to hang out.
Amazon.
Extra food. And he knows where the bargains are.
Amazon. All the bargains are on Amazon. Who shops anymore? Why do you have to stand in line when, like Amazon, like tonight, if I do anything for Black Friday, tonight at 11:50, whatever, I'll be sitting on my phone on Amazon, just going like this.
So you think Amazon has the Black Friday deals?
If you got Prime, You already set with the free shipping.
Okay.
Then they're going to discount the prices maybe 30 to 50%. Why do you have to go to Walmart? Walmart even does it too, though. But why do you have to be in Walmart when you can order everything online at Walmart too and have it delivered the same way you would do Prime on Amazon? Amazon now, Walmart now does 2-day delivery.
Okay.
So they're trying to compete.
Well, I know they have that Cyber Monday.
Not to mention that you can do one of my favorite things, Walmart. You can do the pickup service, and they'll bring the stuff out to you and just put it in the car for you, and then you just drive off.
Oh yeah.
So you shop all online, and then they'll bring it out to you, and you just tell them you want to pick it up at 2:00. Say 2:00 tomorrow.
Okay.
They'll have it all packed, bagged, and everything. You just go park in then they got these designated parking spaces on the side of the building. You park there, and there's a number on there. You call it. Oh, you're outside? Here we come. And they just wheel it out to you, and they load your car and everything for you.
Do you have to pay extra for this service?
No.
That's just a nice service, but that's for some people that just don't want to be. That's lazy,
It's
man.
not lazy.
Go in there and shop.
That's standing in Walmart.
I love going in and looking around. And
Are you serious? In Walmart? Oh, hell no.
I just like going into places and looking around. Like I might find stuff that I know I
That's
wanted.
the problem. But that's the problem. Knowing that you can't afford to stay in Walmart.
Well, my problem is not.
You know you came here specifically for this bread and butter, and you over here picking up paper clips that you know damn well you didn't come in here for.
But I needed them.
You did not need them.
I didn't know until I seen them. It's like, oh, I needed paper
and that's
clips.
the problem.
Get home and
I'm allergic to that. I'm allergic to that.
Paper clips?
I'm allergic to that shopping process.
Well, I know every time I always go online and order something, it's not the same thing.
It's the same for me.
I went and bought me a shirt for my cousin's wedding.
I shopped for everything that I needed in the market on Walmart's grocery app last week. You don't understand how much time I freed up. Yes.
And they bring the groceries out to your car.
Groceries out to my car, and they loaded it for me, and I just went up. I saved so much time, I ended up going to the Salvation Army. I haven't been there in years.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Did we go to break and I just didn't know about it? Oh.
No, but see, I mean, Salvation Army is not a bad place to go. I like going for like.
No, but what I'm saying is, I had the opportunity. I was sitting in Walmart for 2 hours to go window shop somewhere else.
Okay, time management.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Because I did everything I was in my bed at 12:05, grocery shopping
last night.
Bacon.
Get out of here.
Milk. Bread. And they didn't distract me and saying, "Oh, put some socks in there," because I know I didn't need any socks.
Were they deliver it to your
They'll deliver
house?
it too. Yeah.
Just get out.
But I like the pickup service because I can just go pick it up, and I have it. I had at a set time. I'm already out. I was already at the Salvation Army because I had plans to go somewhere else. After I left the Salvation Army, I went and picked up my groceries. They brought it right out. 2 minutes.
I like another place I want to go to.
And Walmart was crowded.
Well, yeah, Walmart.
Let me tell you, they was super crowded.
When was
Sunday.
This? Sunday?
They always crowded on a Sunday, but it was a Sunday at 2:00. So you know it was super crowded. And it's Thanksgiving week, so this was was Sunday last week.
Yeah, I would definitely be. And I don't know. I just went. To
all those people was in there. The lines are long. They were all in there. I was outside in the truck waiting for them to load my truck up, and then I was gone. They were still there.
I'm thinking I might have to try this one time.
It was amazing. Oh look, do you got the phones on, Aldo? Because the calls are coming in. Look, should and having it on is two different things. All right, we got to go to break. Oh,
yep.
Well, a call just came in and we didn't get it apparently. But okay.
Well, I think we're getting ready to go on a quick break.
Mm-hmm. He said 1 minute. That's what I heard.
1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, 30 seconds. But yeah, we're going to get back to Walmart's lazy shopping deal. That while you're sitting at your
that's not lazy.
At 12 o'clock at night, picking out your favorite bacon on your Walmart app.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
I was able to go to Home Depot, which does not have that Walmart service, and I wish they did.
Wish they did. I think McDonald's should have that damn service. I want 20 cheeseburgers.
They do.
What?
They do. When you get in the drive-thru, and what they're supposed to do when you're in the drive-thru and you get to your order and your order's not ready, you're supposed to be able to drive up into lane 1 and wait for them to bring your food out to you.
We're going to learn more about this when we come back. But thank you. Watch us, Urban and Suburban
But what they
Perspectives.
have too is mobile ordering. I do that a lot too with McDonald's.
Uber Eats.
It's just that.
Thank you.
And how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. Really, I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Urban and Suburban Perspectives with James the Messenger Spires and my good buddy and co-host today, Monty.
Yep, the host of the Talk Lately show every Tuesdays at 7.
Yes.
Right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Every Tuesday at 7, BeExposedRadio.com. You want to become my Facebook friend? My name is James Spires, S-P-I-R-E-S, Redbeard. My real estate page is James Spires.
Good on camera.
Panda Bear, or Panda Bear Connections on Facebook. Check me out.
Sorry.
So, do you have Facebook?
I do.
Awesome. You just don't give it out, or you're allowed to, your fans to
my
follow?
Facebook is Monny, M-O-N-N-Y.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Just type in M-O-N-N-Y. It's Monny. My picture's on there. One name, Monny, or Talk Lately with Monny, which is the show page.
So you have a show page. What's that consist of? Like my Urban and Suburban show page?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my direct page is Monny. Like, if you're going to communicate with me directly, if if it's something other than stuff about the show, you can go to Monny, M-O-N-N-Y. And then the Talk Lately page, which houses about 10,000 people. So We chat often on there.
So we did have a couple of callers, but unfortunately I think that we was trying to work them in. If you would like to give us a call back or give us a call period at 410-702-5657. Call us. We would love it. Never had a
to talk to a caller.
Yeah, just like my pacemaker's going to kick in. Like, oh my God, there's a call.
I mean, yeah, call us so you can ask him more about his security job.
No,
people are over here thinking that's
the
funny.
Security job,
security law,
top flight.
Somebody just said, just kidding.
Oh, Tamika, hot Tamika. Yes, security, top flight. Don't call me. Call 911 in case of emergency, just to let everybody know. Yes, I don't even get a stick of any sort. I think if I can probably grab a broomstick if there's one laying around for like major cases.
Somebody just asked this question though. If you could meet any famous person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
You want to go first?
I have two. For two different reasons. Mary J. Blige, because she was my very first.
I love her.
My very first favorite singer.
Okay.
Was Mary J. Blige.
Yes,
and Brandy, also a favorite, but because I just want to sit. I could just sit in a room and just listen to her sing like all day long. I just want to be in her backpack. And just listen to her, because I just got a feeling like everywhere she goes, before she goes into like a meeting or whatever the case may be, she's just humming and harmonizing all the time.
That's just the image that you have of this lady.
That's all I think she does. Like she just just keeps constantly practicing with her voice and perfecting her vocal cords and making sure that they're always working. I just think that's what she does all day long.
I think I would want
and I can learn something from that.
The Obama family.
I wish I would have picked them. Obama too.
Yes, I would like to meet the whole family though.
I want to be their friends though. I don't want to just meet them. I want to be in their circle.
And another person that
actually, no, I don't.
Would be Whitney Houston. That was I would love to have had an opportunity.
It did say dead or alive too.
Yep.
I would put Whitney Houston on my
I would love to marry Whitney.
The reason why I wouldn't do Whitney Houston, I have a specific phone call.
Uh-oh, I'm nervous. How do you...
Did you answer it? Hello?
Hello? Phone caller. It's...
I still hear ringing. Hello?
They're still ringing. Hello? Do we have a caller? Maybe. Maybe not. No caller?
I don't hear anyone.
I heard the ring.
Nope. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
call back.
There's a specific reason why I wouldn't pick Whitney Houston. I mean, if
Before
I know
Bobby.
Well, I don't think Bobby was in the period, because now we learned that Bobby wasn't the people that started her on the drugs. So she was already doing them before Bobby. So.
But if you had a good man come into your life, you know, I mean, I'm not going for the shenanigans. You know, if I would,
but if you're an addict,
if you're an addict, we're going to work through it.
You can't fix the problem just by being a good man.
Yeah, but you can give that support and give that extra encouragement and the help and everything else.
Which he tried to do in the beginning. If you follow the story, he tried to do that in the beginning, and that didn't work out well, because an addict is an addict. An addict has to choose to do better and be clean. If they don't do that, they're going to continue to do it, but they're going to do it in a way that you won't never know that they're still doing it.
True that, because I mean, I've been stabbed by one of my exes who I found out was using drugs, and I, was there trying to support and say, hey, let me help you, and you got your little complaints about like why you messing up, and every which way you had a different attitude, and it still never helped, because at the end of the day it was their choice to change. And, you know, even though I say, hey, look, let's go to a rehab, get yourself some help, you know, and that drug just overtook and pulled out a knife and stabbed me. Like, I want to thank God that it didn't get me in my chest where it was aiming, but my arm lifted up and got stabbed in my arm. I never, you know, I just told the police I got jumped outside, 3 guys in a mask, you know, was trying to rob me. Yeah, I mean, I didn't, because, you know, stabbing somebody, this is going to give you a little bit more time near the 30-day rehab, you know.
So I got experience from all over the spectrum on drugs, from the parent thing. So, yeah, I understand. But I also understand that an addict is going to be an addict until they make the decision not to be one.
Well, I definitely want to touch on that when we come back on the break, because, like yourself, I've been touched, you know, by drug abuse, alcohol abuse, you know, that epidemic of everything going on when I was a child, prescription drugs, you know, things like that. So we're going to go on our break.
Whoever it's in the ether that I did not get that addictive nature.
Yeah, I'm blessed too as well. So check us back out. We're here, Urban and Suburban Perspectives on BeExposedRadio.com with my good friend Monty here. James, the Messenger Spires. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Yep.
Exposed Radio.
If you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is radio show.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the how
much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
They have kids, but that's not correct.
Welcome back, everybody, to Urban and Suburban Perspective with James the Messenger Spires and my good buddy Monty. Tom wasn't able to be here tonight, but he should be able to make it back the next show. We was talking about drugs, and Denise said drugs kill. Drugs do kill, and also drugs can also, you know, save your life. All depending on the moderation of how you use it. If it's being prescribed by a doctor, yes. Now, my mom was a prescription drug addict.
But you can't prescribe cocaine.
Actually, they do some weird stuff with all like heroin and coke and stuff that
But
actually
that's
medically.
another drug.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be used to work on another symptom.
And that's what I'm
Cocaine
saying.
itself is not that. It's not prescribable.
Yeah.
Heroin is not prescribable. So when you do these street drugs,
and that's the thing, you know, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of the drugs out here today are not even street drugs, they're prescribed drugs.
Those are the opioids.
To the from the doctors to the person who is struggling through their disease, but they abuse it. And that's the thing that I'm getting at. With my mother was a prescription drug addict. She had bipolar and schizophrenic, but there was other drugs that she fought for or manipulated for to keep her high. And she was on coke and other, you know, narcotics and stuff. And I was a child trying to grow up in this era with my mom talking about, you know, the birds are on the soap operas are talking about her and the birds are here for her. And, you know, she went deep into different type of a mindset through her disease and her sickness. And that was kind of hard to pay attention to when you was a child, because you don't understand that. Like, you know, because you never know where she was about to come at. And then, you know, my stepfather at the time, you know, he was dealing with stuff through Vietnam and stuff. Got to the point of where he was on coke and alcohol and became very abusive and like beat me down so much where he got locked up. I went to the hospital a few times, go to school with welt marks across the face and stuff like that. And that's what turned me away from using like major hard drugs like coke, heroin, what is it, like oxys and all that type of stuff, you know. And like when I work at the hospital, I see people all the time because there's like a clinic across the street, and it's just kind of sad, you know, just how people they feel like they're dying if they don't take this stuff.
And I guess I'm so against being addicted to drugs that they don't even work on me. Like, I've never tried cocaine, I've never tried heroin, but those oxys, oh yeah, I had a tooth pulled, don't work on me. So I was almost like, okay, I can't be addicted to something that doesn't even work. So can you give me my ibuprofen back? I might be addicted to them because they work on me real good.
I mean, that's your chemical imbalance with your body, you know.
Yeah, no oxys work on me, none of them.
All right, so
they tried to up the dose and everything, and I was like, no, I'm still in pain. I need to just give me an ibuprofen, 800 milligrams. And I'm good. Works perfectly every time.
Well, that's another thing that I wanted to speak about. You know, I'm on federal probation. You're not allowed to use marijuana on federal probation. But now that marijuana has been legalized from the doctor's standpoint of illnesses, bipolar, schizophrenic, anxiety, pain, cancer, many different, you know, things that now that marijuana has opened up the door for. What's interesting is when you're coming home from prison, you're dealing with a lot of stuff. It's being institutionalized, post-traumatic stress, you know, anxiety, depression. You're just plain scared sometimes, because when I first came home, I didn't know how to use the bus and the subway to get where I'm going, especially on a time limit, because if you got to be back at 8 to check back in, you left out at 6:30. It's an hour trip. They're timing it, and you're rushing around the city. I'm talking about when I was on the subway, I went past the stop I was supposed to go, had to go all the way over here, went past it again, shit fuck, and then I finally made my destination the third try, but I was about to say screw this and just get out of the subway system. I mean, but it was just this. But when you're incarcerated, you're not doing that every day.
Right.
I'm rolling out of bed, I'm at work.
Right.
I roll out of work, I'm back in bed. You know, that was the routine. A little bit of basketball here, watch a little TV there, educate yourself, whatever. But when you coming home, it's like so much. And I have, you know, because of my probation, they had me seeing a psych doctor. Beautiful, beautiful family there at the Transformation down here on Martin Luther King Boulevard. They're also for children. I mean, beautiful people, man. I love Miss Monica, Miss Cyrus, giving a shout out to everybody there. But I was diagnosed in 2016 with a touch of bipolar. Now, between the bipolar and then my injury that I had at work, and I couldn't take pain medication because I have ulcers, and it was making me bleed. This was the prescribed medication that was from the two professionals, but I can't take it. So now I'm stuck with dealing with the pain because they're saying, no, you can't do it, but yet professional doctors saying this is the only way you can go through this. It's like I'm stuck. So now I'm going to file a petition with the judge to try to argue the issue with documentations of the doctors to show. But they have me on piss tests, urinalysis, and things like that. So I'm kind of stuck. And I don't believe that for people who need it should be stuck even on federal probation or coming home from a federal institution. Don't you think these people need, you know, I think you're denying me health care if you deny me the usage of, I don't have no other means of it.
I see where you're going with it, but
I tried the other medications,
but it's not. It's still not legal. I mean, federally.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Why I need to argue it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're going to win that because.
But for my case, I believe I can win.
Not with this attorney general.
No, I'm saying
not with this administration. Period.
But all I'm doing is filing a petition to my judge to modify my sentencing. It's not like
I'm thinking about it. Like, how could he phrase it where you could get it and still not? But if this is a federal judge, it's nothing he can do about that because it's illegal. Period.
But is it illegal to
he can't make something legal just for you?
But here's what I'm saying.
Without
it being it's not illegal if I get my card.
No, federally, even medical marijuana is still illegal federally.
Yeah, but like, say if he says, okay, we're not going to worry about you having drug tests.
They're just not enforcing it. Is what they're doing.
Don't enforce it. And also, I mean.
But as an ex-offender, federally ex-offender, you're under their statutes, and they're under their statutes. Medical and recreational is still illegal. It's still
so medical is illegal.
Yes.
Even if the doctors are saying this.
Even if the doctors are saying it's still federally illegal.
So if I got shot and I needed like some type of something to, you know, it's going to be illegal through a piss test. You're telling me that the doctors can't administrate that to me?
No, because they're breaking the law.
No. If I get shot and I go to the hospital and they hit me with something that's going to take the pain away, and it's because I'm not supposed to take illegal substance, true, but is it illegal if a doctor is
if you're in the
prescribing
hospital and you're in the middle of a traumatic emergency,
yeah,
and they do something, no, you're protected under that, right? Yes, but
so
if
don't you think
home,
my mind is
they
tragic?
Can't prescribe you to go home and use. They can't prescribe you to do that. Then
they'll send me home with like Oxycontins or something.
Right, but it's going to be a small dosage and a small amount that should run out. You can't get addicted if you're running out of it.
So you're saying marijuana?
But if you go to the street and say I still need some more Oxycontin, then you're breaking the law.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I got a doctor.
No, you had a doctor to prescribe you a certain amount for a certain period of time. That's what you had legally. Now, if you go to the street, like I said, and say, I still need this because I'm still in pain, you are now breaking the law.
Yeah, I know you're breaking the law that way. But if the doctors are saying, hey, man, through your injury and your bipolar, we tried other medications for your depression, but you can't take them because it's messing with the ulcers.
It's giving you ulcers.
And because of the pain, we gave you pain medication through pain management treatment. So it's not like it's the one doctor. I've seen two or
but
three
even
doctors.
if you're in a hospital, medical marijuana, you still can't smoke in the hospital. Smoking in the hospital is still federally prohibited. So they wouldn't even have prescribed you medical marijuana at the hospital.
No, I'm not saying the hospital. I'm talking about these two doctors that have suggested this route because I don't have any other. I don't think that it's right that I still have to walk around with this pain.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying that the judge is still not going to violate a statute to make it legal for you to use a medical marijuana.
I think
because then that would give them that would be grounds for anyone that's in your position to use your case as a statute to get rid of everybody else's case. So that's what he's not going to do, because that's going to be setting precedent.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That's why I want to file the motion for sentence modification.
But see, to do that, you're going to have to go over him, because he's not going to do it. It would have to go up the circuit court, then it would have to go to the Supreme Court to change and set precedent.
I'm
that's
ready
what you have
for
to
the
be willing
journey.
to do. Yeah.
I'm ready for the journey.
That judge is not going to do it. I can tell you that.
And that's fine. And I'm going to feel like, I have 11 more months to fight this. I think that it needs to be fought.
Because it would take them having to take it off of the drug listing as a Category 1.
Yeah, and that's one of the things why they haven't changed it yet, because the listing is based off of the amount of marijuana weight is how they weigh the coke and the heroin and the pills and all that. And that's why they haven't made it legalized yet, because once they remove that, everything drops. And actually, believe it or not, I heard I think it was possession of cocaine dropped from 4 years to 1 year.
A lot of them dropped. I mean,
and that's the breakdown.
Just based on prison reform, a lot of them dropped.
I think they're going to legalize marijuana all the way around the board.
It will. I mean, eventually, it's just not going to be under this administration.
But I definitely need to start trying to get this case in to start precedents, because for people like myself who's just coming home, I'm going through a lot.
But I'm still saying it might not even work, because it's still, now you have a 5-4. You have a 5-4 Supreme Court. So you got to convince 5 Republicans, basically, to go with legalizing marijuana.
Good luck with that, huh?
Right.
But
there you have that.
But is the Democrats? They just won, didn't they? I don't know too much about them.
Not in the Supreme Court, where your case would be heard.
Yeah,
it's 9 justices.
I'm ready.
And 5 of them are Republican.
I hope my people, follow me. My one follower. Hi. hello. We did have.
You had to get them all high.
I got one weed smoker out there. Thank you. Peace, love, and happiness.
I had to sit in a cipher and make sure they understand that this is how it feels when you're on marijuana.
Yeah, I know, right? Do one of my shows. This is what you feel. You feel good.
Put on Happy Time Murders. That movie was good.
Yeah. Bob Marley was never a pissed off guy. I don't think, he just seemed happy on a revolutionary type of struggle. But that's where I'm at. I just want to try. I want to try to see if it can be done, just to help others.
No,
but you can
she's
file
federally
your
prohibited from doing it.
Yeah.
She's federally prohibited from doing so. That's why I say you might want to ask a lawyer, because the lawyer would tell you, because of the federal statute, a judge is not going to allow them to treat you with medical marijuana, because he will be violating law too and setting precedent.
So wonder how you can get through this loophole.
It's not a loophole. It's law. Yeah,
but there's got to be a lot of loophole, because this is all new.
See, state prisoners and federal prisoners, ex-offenders, are different. If the state has legalized it and you were a state offender, you can still do it because the state legalized it.
Now I can
federally
do this after I get off probation.
A federal inmate, right? Well, yes, that's different. Now you're not under any federal umbrella.
So meanwhile, I just got to suffer.
How long is your probation?
11 more months.
Come on.
Come on, nothing.
11 months.
I got a sciatic pinched nerve and a tore groin with a hernia that I happened to hurt myself at the job, and I just had a fit test, and I still got to go back to what is that? Therapy and all that stuff.
Do you have an understanding probation officer?
Yes.
Then you can't fight every case. I mean, this case is not going to be fightable. That's my only advice, is that this case is not going to be fightable until the law is changed. And that is no time in sight, especially under this administration.
Make the laws change. Help me make the laws change. We can change the outnumber the oppressors. So as we get together, that's how Obama got into all.
I mean, but that's how it's happening all across the country, is that people are saying at this point we don't mind if marijuana is helping others. So yes, we'll vote to legalize it.
Cool. Well, you won't be seeing me smoke for a while.
You're seeing more and more states now legalizing recreational use of marijuana.
Well, 11 and a half months from here, I'm going to Jamaica. You know what I mean? I'm off as soon as I can get my passport. I'm out of here, man.
Oh, so even on your probation, they won't let you have your passport?
I don't think so. Well, thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Urban Suburban Perspectives. Thank you.
That's interesting.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the On the Come Up radio show.
But I meant you tried to slap, so you want to stick on that. But anyway,
walk. You taking slut walks now? What is going on?
Can I have some of that wine?
That's funny.
Not with the cup.
I don't know.
I got my cup right here, babe.
Where that wine at, bro?
I can't.
Yo, Bob. Look, no, I don't. Y'all not convincing me.
But that was never my mission. That was never my mission. This is not even the show to try to convince anybody. Or have you seen the past episode?
You voted for Hillary. You voted for.
You didn't vote for anybody.
And I'm telling you that. I stand on that. I don't see no.
You stand on your ignorance.
That's the whole. Yes.
Good.
Wow.
Because you can't educate me.
You can't educate yourself.
Because I'm not.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. One out here in the world, we did get a call we missed. I was so excited. I pray that they ever call back one whenever or whatever, but you call at 410-702-5657. BeExposedRadio.com. Check me out on my Facebook page, James Spires Redbeard or James Spires Panda Bear. Great times, man. This is my 3rd show. Sorry Tom wasn't able to make it.
Oh, I keep forgetting today's Friday. That's what's wrong with me. I forgot for coming up at 9 o'clock. We got It Is What It Is Radio. You know, your show's you typically on Thursdays, and we're doing a special night tonight. So I didn't realize. I'm like, who is that? Why is people knocking on the door? It Is What It Is coming up next at 9 o'clock.
Awesome. Check that out.
Oh, Sharon, you don't have to sit any longer. We're here. We're right here now. We're live.
So, definitely, everybody out here, man, let's make your life better, man. Each day, pay attention to you, yourself, your inner being. Change your thoughts, change your actions. Go for whatever you want to go for, man. Make the stuff happen. It's possible, but stay pure with it. Don't go to the dark side. Don't think that, you know, going around just using and selling and beating and whatever negative type of concept that you have in your mind, body, and soul. Change it, man, because the outcome just is just trash. Prison, death. People who, you know, like the young children who just got shot, and she's okay, but the other one, her sister, whatever relation, passed away last year.
7-year-old.
I mean, there's so many people in my life that use drugs and they overdosed at a young age. So sad. My good brother James Brady, rest in peace, at 26, got roofied. Celebrating his monumental statuses. I mean, I want to give a shout out to great people out here in Baltimore, man. You got Denise Higgins for Traveling Nanny. She takes care of children with disabilities.
Okay.
Strong, man, strong. And she had a video I just seen the other day on her Facebook page with one of her clients, No. That is my buddy, man. If you look on my Facebook page, I've took a couple of pictures. This is my buddy. We're going to make him some bracelets that help him out, you know, with some bells and tinkers, man, that help him, you know. He has the like, he's real stiff, but we're loosening his body up, and he goes off of sounds because he's partial blind, but he's only 3.
Wow.
You know, and great kid, man. He has the most beautifulest smile. I don't know how Denise works with him. I mean, I would just be like, just be melting all day. There's also I want to have some beautiful ladies for Optimist Ladies. Denise is one of them, and her crew. Some good, strong women, man. Got a lot of great things out here. Different businesses coming together, sharing and promoting and getting it out there to the world.
Sharon says she loves your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's a doubled shirt. If you notice, it's a nice.
Let's see. Can you turn your mic off in there?
This one?
Not you.
Okay.
The other one on Aldo.
The other mic. Well, thank you. I love it. Don't know where I got this shirt at. But it was a great night, Monty. Thank you, sir. It was a privilege.
You're very welcome. I mean, my show this week.
Definitely check that out. Yep. I'm going to be there. I would love to come on your show sometime if you have guests.
Please do.
I mean, I know you got the presidential.
Yeah, I got my own whole entire. Oh my God, Aldo with the mic. No, it's time to go home.
Yes, thank you. Check me out next Thursday, 7 to 9, Urban Suburban Perspectives.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
No applause, no nothing. Oh, here we go.
You can't even see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.